Nike are selling us a boot based on dreams. Well, my dream is balcony reviews and unboxings all year round. So it may be winter in Denmark, it may be about 5 degrees outside, but balcony unboxing time. What's up guys, James here from Boot Wizard Boot Reviews, and today we're out on the balcony for what could be one of the last times this year. It's getting pretty miserable in Copenhagen, but we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Nike Mercurial Dream Speed Superfly 7. An incredible looking boot, I promise you, and there's lots of little cool design details to go through. Also going to be doing a Superfly 6 versus Superfly 7 boot battle, so get subscribed to check that out. Remember to like this video and let's get on with the show. So this is the elite level version of this boot, which means it comes in the silver Nike box. But what's cool about these is they do come in a full range. You're gonna be able to get these in pro level boots, academy level boots. So if you are into the looks of these, you can get them at those lower price points, which is pretty awesome. So as this is an elite level boot, we are gonna get a string bag. And in this case, the string bag is actually pretty awesome. It's in the colors of the boots, it has the same design details, has the MDS 001 to match the boots, created to the exact specifications of anybody you like. You. That's the whole idea here. This boot has been marketed as a boot for fulfilling dreams. It's a bit much, but they look incredible. This dark blue base with these silver accents, the reflective accents, the iridescent finish in the 001 on this boot, and the MDS on this boot. So that's the difference between the right and left. Everything else is exactly the same. So for me, the 001 is a real clear indication that the Dream Speed is a new line of boots. So not a new silo, we're not going to get a brand new, a Superfly, a Vapor, a Venom, something like that. But like the Chapter series, so the CR7 Chapter series, which has given us so many amazing boots specifically for Cristiano Ronaldo, these Dream Speeds are going to follow the same pattern, but they don't have a specific athlete yet, but these are the very first boot in that series. So although these don't have one specific athlete, they do have 3. So these are going to be worn by CR7, by Ronaldo himself, even though they aren't a Ronaldo specific release. They're not a CR7 boot, they're not just for him, because Kylian Mbappe is also going to be wearing these, as is Sam Kerr. So Mbappe, we all know, plays over at PSG, and Sam Kerr, one of the best strikers in the women's game by a long way, absolutely killing it over with the Red Stars. There are some little touches, some little nods to these players on the boots, or specifically to CR7. So these are created to the exact specifications of CR7. So it has left this blank space here. There's similarly to what you'll find on the string bag, the idea being that it's supposed to be you. Like, you are supposed to be the player here that can wear these boots to realize their dreams. Like I say, cheesy, but that's the idea. But it does have the CR7 reference in there. And then on the boot themselves, it has the 44.7 kilometers an hour just down here, and that is the fastest speed that anybody has been clocked wearing a pair of Mercurials, and that happens to be, you guessed it, Kylian Mbappe. He can run this fast. That is absolutely unbelievable, superhuman speed. So they've referenced that on the side of the boot, which I think is a fantastic nod and a really good way to reference Mbappe without putting a logo or something there. And then you've got the CR7 just small and on the insole with the gap there. And I think this really is a showing of Nike trying to pass the torch from CR7 to Mbappe for the future of the Superfly. So there is one more nod to Ronaldo on this boot, and it is of course in the toe swoosh here. So we know that Ronaldo loves that toe swoosh. All you've got to do is look back at all of his previous Superflies and it is present. It seems to be the one thing that he really likes on his designs. So that's a little Ronaldo nod, while also having a little bit of a nod to the new Superfly 7 Vapor 13, because it has the drop off like it would have on the side swoosh on the new boot. So I think that's a really cool way of incorporating the two design elements. And the rest of the boot has a bit of a blueprint feel, a little bit of an off-white feel, if you remember those boots from last year. And I say that because it contains lots of little bits and pieces that are references to how these boots are made. My personal favorite, I can't express how much I love this, it's so ridiculous that I do, this here. So this is 10A to 73P, and it's in reference to this swoosh fade here. So the boots themselves, the two colors here are white and barely Volt. 10A in Nike's color coding is white, so Nike's internal code for white is 10A. 73P is their code for barely Volt, so it's a fade from 10A to 73P. There's something about that I really enjoy, that little detail is on the boot. There's other little tech details too, like all of these circles here, which do actually mimic the holes, the cutouts that are in the liner of the boot. So if you look inside, I can't really show you, the liner has little circular cutouts that mimic and match up this outer on both sides, so that's a cool little detail as well. These targets are obviously references. It has the ACC branding. This is the first Mercurial in the Superfly 7 range to have ACC branding on the boot. All the others have dispensed with it entirely. And then on the sole plate you get the 360 fit, some measurements, you've got the Flyknit logo just here, so Flyknit single layer lining. So it's all very off-white, very tech details, and I love it a lot. I think it's a very cool way of designing a boot, particularly if you want to appeal to a few boot nerds like me and probably you. The sole plate isn't a wearable finish, so it's just a straightforward, really dark kind of midnight blue with the white in the Aerotrax outsole and that barely Volt Nike swoosh. Still obviously with the 360 design. It's not an outstanding looking sole plate, but it really fits in quite nicely with the rest of the boot. This boot is available as a Vapor, so the last time we saw a collaboration between CR7, Mbappe and Sam Kerr was in a Superfly in the level up, and that was Superfly only. This is available as a Vapor without the mid-cut collar, although all three players will be wearing it as a Superfly. But that is all from Boot Wizard here today on the Mercurial Dream Speed. Drop down in the comments what you think of this release. Remember to like the video, it helps us out a huge amount, and make sure you are subscribed because we do have the full comparison video coming between this, the Superfly 7 Elite, and the Superfly 6 Elite, which is going to be awesome. But that's everything from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good